Have you ever looked at where you are right now? At your neighborhood, your bank account, your messy past, or your chaotic present, and thought, nothing good can grow here? Have you ever felt like your environment is toxic? Like you are surrounded by negativity, by ugliness, or by people who want to pull you down? You feel like you are drowning in a swamp, and you wonder how anyone could possibly stay clean, let alone bloom in a place like this. I ask this because I spent a season filming a muddy, stagnant pond to capture the life of the lotus flower. To the naked eye, the bottom of this pond is disgusting. It is thick, black, smelling of decay. It is full of rotting leaves, dead fish, and centuries of slime. It is the definition of a place you want to avoid. And yet, this is exactly where the lotus chooses to be born. I zoomed my camera into the murky depths. Deep down there, in the absolute darkness, a seed wakes up. It is buried under inches of heavy, suffocating sludge. If I were that seed, I would give up. I would look around at the darkness and say, well, this is my life. I am trash. I am stuck in the mud. I might as well rot here. But the lotus doesn't do that. It does something that defies all logic. It decides to go up. The journey of the stem is a lonely and dangerous one. I want you to imagine the pressure of the water. The deeper you go, the heavier it gets. And this delicate, pale green stem has to push against that weight every single second. It has to navigate through tangled weeds that try to choke it. It has to survive bottom-feeding fish that want to eat it. It has to push through layers of algae that block out the sun. I watched this slow-motion struggle, and it hit me hard. This is the story of anyone who tries to break a generational cycle. Maybe you come from a family of poverty or addiction or anger. Maybe you work in an industry that is corrupt and cutthroat. You are the stem. The mud is your history. The water is the pressure of your peers telling you to just fit in, to just be like the rest of us.
The stem is now thick and strong.
For weeks, the stem
anchored
climbs.
firmly in the mud.
It doesn't stop to judge the mud. It doesn't waste energy complaining, why is it so dark down here? It simply uses the mud as fuel. This is the first lesson the lotus taught me. The mud is not your enemy. The mud is your food. The very things that made your life hard, the trauma, the lack of resources, the doubt, those are the nutrients that will make you strong enough to reach the surface. And then the breakthrough happens. I captured the moment the tip of the plant pierced the surface of the water. It was like a gasp for air. After months of darkness, suddenly, sunlight, air, space. But here is the miracle. This is the part that scientists call the lotus effect. I looked closely at the leaves floating on the water. They had just come through feet of dirty, slimy swamp water. They should be covered in filth. They should be stained brown and green. But they were spotless. They were pristine. The lotus has a microscopic structure on its skin that repels dust and dirt. When a drop of water rolls across the leaf, it picks up every speck of dust and carries it away, leaving the plant perfectly clean. It was a physical demonstration of a spiritual truth. You can be in the mud, but not of the mud. You can walk through hell and not smell like smoke. You can grow up in a house full of screaming and hatred and still choose to be a person of peace. You can work in a corrupt system and still keep your integrity. The environment does not touch the soul of the lotus. It remains untainted. And finally, the bloom. I set up a time-lapse to capture the sunrise. As the golden light hit the pond, the bud began to open. by petal, spiraling outward in perfect geometry, pink, white, and gold. It was breathtaking. The contrast was almost too much to process. Beneath the water, the roots were still gripping that foul black mud. But above the water, the flower was perfect perfection. It didn't deny its roots. It was connected to them, but it had transcended them. I sat by that pond for a long time, watching a dragonfly land on the petals. And I realized that the beauty of the lotus isn't just that it is a pretty flower. The beauty is in the conquest. If you took this flower and planted it in a clean, sterile glass of water in a laboratory, it might grow, but it wouldn't be as impressive. We admire it because we know where it came from. We admire it because it conquered the dark. If you are listening to this, and you feel like you are buried in a dark place right now, if you feel like your surroundings are ugly, and you are afraid that the ugliness is going to infect you, please look at the lotus. You are not defined by the mud you are standing in. You are defined by the direction you are growing. Do not let the darkness make you dark. Do not let the coldness make you cold. Use the struggle to push you upward. And when you finally break the surface, and you will break the surface, you will realize that you didn't leave the mud behind because you hated it. You transcended it so you could show the world what beauty looks like when it survives the fire. Keep pushing. Keep growing. Stay clean. Stay true. Your bloom is coming.